Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael Cashman.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
Present.
Barbara Hebert.
Here.
Charles Costick.
Here.
Dana Isabella is absent. James Coffey.
Here.
And Catherine Bellucci, myself, as present.
Thank you. Apologize in advance. I got a little bit of allergy thing, so my throat's a little all over the place. Just before we get into the first resolution, I just want to acknowledge at the top of the meeting, congratulations to our new partner in local government, Mayor-elect Wendell Hughes. Looking forward to working with him, and I know that the Common Council has a couple other people, but also want to congratulate all the other elected officials and such. So, jump right into resolution 249, accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of September 12th of 2024 and September 19th of 2024 be accepted and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second? Wood, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Is there anyone seeking to provide any public comment at this moment? Seeing none, we will continue. We do have some public hearings that will need to be open, so that's all. Keep checking my watch here. But until then, we'll advance to resolution 250, the abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 11A-24 for $378,472.84, abstract 11A-24 prepays for the amount of $412,458.19, be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstracts.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, is there any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution 251, the monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file the monthly department head reports for the following departments for September of 2024. Buildings and Grounds, Codes and Zoning, the Dog Control Officer, Highway Superintendent, Parks and Recreation, Supervisor's Financial Report, Town Clerk, and the Water and Wastewater Department for August of 2024 and September of 2024.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution 252, October 2024 budget amendment.
Whereas the town may need to amend the 2024 budget to reflect changes in revenues and expenditures during the year, and whereas the budget amendments will be offset from existing fund balance or additional revenues, therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh authorize the following budget amendment as attached, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Resolution 253, appointment of Michelle Burkett as Deputy Receiver of Taxes and Assessments.
Whereas a vacancy exists in the town of Plattsburgh office of the tax receiver for Deputy Receiver of Taxes and Assessments, and whereas Jacqueline Ballou, tax receiver for the town of Plattsburgh, has submitted a letter dated October 28th of 2024 appointing Michelle Burkett as Deputy Receiver of Taxes and Assessments for the town of Plattsburgh, therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby accept the appointment of Michelle Burkett as Deputy Receiver of Taxes and Assessments with a rate of pay of $22.26 per hour to take effect on November 12th of 2024, pending the completion of a background check. It is further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and placed in Michelle Burkett's personnel file.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, is there any discussion?
Could she have experience with
Jackie's the one that, it's her appointment, her vetting. Yep. Any further discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes. Resolution does carry. Switch over, the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board monthly meeting, public hearing, November 7th, 2024. The notice is hereby given that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board will meet and hold public hearings thereon at the Town Hall located at the Bank Road in the Town of Plattsburgh, Clinton County, New York, on Thursday, November 7th, 2024, at 6:05 PM prevailing time in relation to the preliminary budget for 2025 and the elected officials' salaries. This evening, we will accept written comments into the record of the hearing, as well as provide an opportunity for open public hearing from the floor for public comment. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, at this time, the public hearing is open. I will begin and ask the clerk, have you received any written comments to be placed on the record?
I have not.
I too, as the town supervisor, have also not received any written comments to be read into the record. At this time, is there anyone seeking the floor? Seeing none, we'll keep this public hearing open and return to the resolutions. Resolution 254, publish a request for proposals, an RFP intended for vendors for avenue banners for the Hometown Heroes banner program.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the resolution and go straight to vote.
Bird. Move the reading. Is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Resolution does carry. Is there, let's see, resolution 55, request for proposals intended for labor and materials to replace 2 existing fuel dispensaries, upgrade and fuel delivery components, and upgrade fuel management system.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh is seeking proposals for labor and materials to replace 2 existing fuel dispensers, upgrade fuel delivery components, and upgrade fuel management system located at 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York. Whereas the full text of the request for proposals will be located on the Town of Plattsburgh website under public notices and should be reviewed by all potential bidders. And whereas the Town of Plattsburgh will rank the responses received on an evaluation of the firm's ability to provide services to municipal clients, technical skills, experience, and reference information. The Town of Plattsburgh reserves the right to reject any or all proposals and to conduct interviews at its sole discretion. Responses must be sealed and marked RPF for fuel system and received at the Town of Plattsburgh by 12 p.m. on Friday, December 6th of 2024. And whereas additional information regarding this request for proposals may be obtained by calling Mike Drew, Buildings and Grounds Superintendent at 518-562-6863, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., by emailing him at his email address located here and on the website, or by going to the Town of Plattsburgh website. An on-site walkthrough of the existing systems will be held on Thursday, November 21st, 2024 at 8 a.m. All bidders planning to attend the walkthrough must RSVP with Mike Drew at the number stated here, 518-562-6863 at the office, or 518-312-8070 his cell. Now be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh does hereby authorize the supervisor to solicit and receive formal sealed bid proposals for labor and materials to replace 2 existing fuel dispensers, upgrade fuel delivery components, and upgrade fuel management system to administer and deliver the scope of services. And that the town clerk post notice on the town clerk's bulletin board and post on the town's website. It is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Buildings and Grounds Superintendent, the Finance Manager, and the town clerk.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion?
Is this just for the fuel, or is it including the whole building?
No, it's the fuel island, basically.
Okay, because it said some of the conduits would remain the same.
Yeah, I mean,
To the building.
yeah, there are components that it would remain, but again, you know, that island, and that fueling station, you know, you don't know what you don't know, you know, coming up from it. But this is one of those priority items that are in the budgetary, so we are trying to have it or kind of come together at a time that, you know, meets the
Meets
standard.
standards,
For
exactly.
2025 budget,
Yeah.
though, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're trying to get an
No,
understanding.
I know, understand, I just want to make
Yep.
people aware that it's
Yep,
for 2025.
scope of service.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, we're not gonna shock you that much.
Anything further? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Town of Plattsburgh Town Board monthly meeting, public hearing, November 7th, 2024. Notice is hereby given that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board will meet and hold public hearings thereon at the Town Hall located at the Bank Road in the Town of Plattsburgh, Clinton County, New York, on Thursday, November 7th, 2024, at 6:10 p.m. prevailing time in the Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Water District, the Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Sewer District, the Base Water District, the Base Sewer District, the Base Storm Water Management District, the Base Highway Management Improvement Districts, the Highway Town-wide and the Town of Plattsburgh lighting districts, as well as the consolidated ambulance. And it be further acceptance of written comments into the record for the hearing, as well as open public hearing to the floor for public comment. Is there a motion to open this public hearing?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Seconded.
Tom, got you?
Yeah, let's say I heard his voice.
Is there, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, and we will open this public hearing at 6:11 p.m. And just for clarity, the other one did open right on time at 6:05. I will begin this public hearing in the same fashion. Has the clerk received any written comments to be read into the record?
I have not.
The supervisor's office has also not received any, thing written to be read into the record. Is there anyone seeking the floor? All right, well, we'll go back to the resolutions and return to those.
We're gonna keep that open.
We're gonna keep both of those open for a little bit. Yep. Resolution 256, Provo subdivision 2023, dedication of road and utilities.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved the Provo subdivision 2023. And whereas the developer of the Provo subdivision 2023 has submitted a deed for conveyance of improvements to the town representing approximately 650 plus or minus of new public road, street lighting, storm drainage, and turnaround improvements. And whereas the town superintendent of highways has conducted or supervised on-site inspection of the constructed improvements and submitted a letter dated October 30th of 2024 recommending the acceptance and dedication of said improvements and new road extension. And whereas the applicant has provided a check to the Town of Plattsburgh in the amount of $17,200 for the cost of Type 6 top coat asphalt to be installed by the Town Highway Department within 5 years following acceptance of said road. And whereas the Town Planning and Community Development Department has conducted on-site inspections, reviewed the final as-built subdivision plans, coordinated with involved departments, and has determined the as-built conditions to be in compliance with the approved detailed preliminary plans, planning board conditions of approval, and town zoning ordinance regulations. And whereas the deed for the road parcel has been conveyed to the Town of Plattsburgh and has been filled with the Clinton County Clerk as instrument as stated here, dated October 17th of 2024, now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby receives and places on file the town superintendent of highways letter dated November 21st of 2024, recommending the acceptance and dedication of said improvements and new road extension. It is further resolved that the town board of the Town of Plattsburgh does hereby, upon the final warranty deed being found acceptable to the town attorney, accept and dedicate 650 plus or minus square feet of binder top road identified as Primrose Lane and as a public town road. And be further resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the engineering of the said streetlights which are located in the general lighting district. And be further resolved that a copy of this resolution and the documents referenced herein be provided to the highway superintendent, the planning and community development department, and the developer of Provo subdivision 2023.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none.
What lights are changing, you said?
No, it's, stick with me for a moment. The town board does here authorize the energizing of the streetlights as it is under the guidance and provision as it relates to.
Okay, you know, I have to vote against that.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Okay,
is that a yes, Tom?
yeah,
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, it does carry. Thank you very
Hold
much.
the road, not the light.
Thanks for that verbal asterisk, Tom. Resolution 257, 2024, Plattsburgh RV Park real property.
Whereas Plattsburgh RV Park and the town of Plattsburgh are desirous of having certain assessment issues resolved as to a property owned by Plattsburgh RV Park in the town of Plattsburgh. And whereas a settlement proposal resolving pending tax certiorari litigation was recommended by the Vincelette Law Firm, special counsel to the town of Plattsburgh, and reviewed by the Plattsburgh Town Board at its regular monthly meeting. And whereas such a proposed settlement would present the parties with an expeditious and economic alternative to further litigation, so as to resolve issues between the parties. And whereas the town board has determined that the proposed settlement is in the best interest of the town, now therefore be it resolved that the town board does hereby accept the proposed settlement for the 2024 tax certiorari proceeding filed by Plattsburgh RV Park, in which the 2024 assessed value of parcel number 194.2-29.1 shall be reduced as follows. In year 2024, parcel number 194.2-29.1, prior assessed value was $1,300,000. The revised assessed value is going to be $1 million, a reduction of $300,000. It is further resolved that the Plattsburgh RV Park shall be entitled to a refund of excess taxes paid, waiving statutory interest based upon the above revision. It is further resolved that section 727 of the real property tax law shall apply to the adjusted assessment for assessment year of 2024 and shall affect 2025, 2026, and 2027 assessment rolls. It is further resolved that the town board does hereby adopt this resolution to end the litigation between Plattsburgh RV Park and the town of Plattsburgh as to the above referenced assessment.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Trying to stay organized here. Resolution 258, delinquent water and sewer levy charges.
Where certain water and wastewater bills have not been paid and are now delinquent, therefore be resolved that the list of delinquent water and wastewater charges in the respective district for 2024 submitted by the Water and Wastewater Department be accepted and placed on file, and that a copy be forwarded to the Clinton County Board of Legislators to be added to the 2025 tax roll, and a copy be given to the town clerk pursuant to section 198, part 3 of the town law. And be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second? Wood, is there any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry, thank you. Resolution 259, a resolution authorizing the scheduling of a public hearing consolidating two existing town of Plattsburgh sewer districts with the consolidated sewer district and base sewer districts, 6 out of the district users and 1 of the vacant parcels into 1 of the consolidated districts, subject to the completion of the proceedings pursuant to the Article 17-A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, and further approved and authorizing the execution of a joint consolidated agreement. I'll tell you, that little brick of word just consolidated right there is great for somebody with dyslexia. It was like, woo! Anyways. Go ahead.
Well done.
Sure. Agreed, though. All right. Whereas there exists within the town of Plattsburgh 2 sewer districts, 2 with consolidated sewer district and base sewer district, 6 out-of-district users, and 1 vacant parcel. And whereas the aforesaid sewer districts have been created for a similar purpose, and whereas the town board is desirous of conducting a public hearing pursuant to the provisions of Article 17A of the General Municipal Law for the purpose of hearing all persons upon the question of consolidating town of Plattsburgh consolidated sewer district and base sewer district, 6 out-of-district users, and 1 vacant parcel, into 1 consolidated sewer district subject to the completion of proceedings pursuant to Article 17A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, and further approving and authorizing the execution of a joint consolidation agreement by the supervisor of the town of Plattsburgh. And whereas a map, plan, and report prepared by LaBerge Group, competent engineers describing the proposed consolidation, has been filed in the town clerk's office, and whereas in the event of consolidation, all expenses for any existing and future debt payment and capital charges for the aforesaid 2 sewer districts shall be determined as follows. For any existing and future capital improvements, the consolidated sewer district shall pay capital charges on existing and future debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of, looks like it's 0.4889 for every 1,000. The base sewer district shall pay capital charges on existing and future debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of .4891 per 1,000. And whereas the 6 out-of-district users and 1 vacant parcel shall pay for any capital improvement on any debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of .4889 of 1,000. And whereas in the event of the consolidation expenses for operation and maintenance for the aforesaid 2 sewer districts, 6 out-of-district users and 1 vacant parcel shall be $7.85 per 1,000 gallons. The minimal residential and commercial rates will remain the same. Now therefore it is ordered that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh shall meet and hold a public hearing at Town Hall, 151 Bankford Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901 at 6:30 on December 5th of 2024 to consider the consolidation of the 2 town of Plattsburgh sewer districts to a consolidated sewer district and base sewer district and the 6 out-of-district users and 1 vacant parcel into a single consolidated sewer district known as the Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Sewer District, to consider the execution and approval of a joint consolidation agreement, and to hear all persons interested in the subject thereof concerning the same, and to take such action thereon as shall be required or authorized by law. It is further ordered that a joint consolidation agreement proposes to consolidate the 2 Town of Plattsburgh sewer districts, the 6 out-of-district users and 1 vacant parcel, pursuant to the provisions of Article 17A of the General Municipal Law. And that as of January 1st of 2025, it is proposed to consolidate the 2 aforesaid sewer districts, 6 out-of-district users, and 1 vacant parcel within the Town of Plattsburgh, pursuant to Article 17A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York. It is further ordered that the proposed joint consolidation agreement is on file in the Town of Plattsburgh, Town Clerk's Office at 151 Bankford Road, Plattsburgh, New York. A copy of proposed joint consolidation agreement and a summary thereof are displayed upon available for public inspection on the Town of Plattsburgh Town Clerk's Bulletin Board, at the Town Clerk's Office, at the Town of Plattsburgh Town Hall, 151 Bankford Road, Plattsburgh, New York, and on the Town of Plattsburgh website. It is further ordered that a copy of the summary of the joint consolidation agreement is attached to this resolution as Exhibit A, and that a description of the geographic boundaries of the proposed consolidation sewer district is attached to this resolution as Exhibit B. The adoption of the foregoing order was duly put to vote, and upon roll call, the vote was as follows.
Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second? Wood, is there any discussion?
Yes, why is 6:30? Usually you do it at 6:05, 6:10.
It's providing the opportunity for outside counsel to attend, if necessary. So, because he's not in the area. So, yep. Is there anything further? Seeing none, make it a roll call vote, please.
Michael Cashman?
Yes.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Barbara Hebert?
Yes.
Charles Costick?
Yes.
And Dana Isabella is absent.
Thank you. That resolution passes. Resolution 260, a resolution authorizing the scheduling of a public hearing consolidating 2 existing Town of Plattsburgh water districts with the consolidated water district and base water district, 4 of the district users and 2 vacant parcels into 1 consolidated water district, subject to the completion of the proceedings pursuant to Article 17-A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, and further approving and authorizing the execution of a joint consolidated agreement.
Whereas there exists within the Town of Plattsburgh 2...
Now, can we waive this?
No, this has to be read in full.
Thanks for trying, John.
Just change the 6 to 4, that's all. It was and then 1 vacant parcel to 2 vacant parcels. You got the same thing, just change it from sewer to water, and you're all set.
Almost, Tom. Whereas there exists within the Town of Plattsburgh 2 water districts, 2 a consolidated water district and base water district, 4 out-of-district users, and 2 vacant parcels. And whereas the aforesaid water districts have been created for a similar purpose, and whereas the Town Board is desirous of conducting a public hearing pursuant to the provisions of Article 17A of the General Municipal Law for the purpose of hearing all persons upon the question of consolidating Town of Plattsburgh consolidated water district and base water district, 4 out-of-district users and 2 vacant parcels, into 1 consolidated water district, subject to the completion of proceedings pursuant to Article 17A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York, and further approving and authorizing the execution of a joint consolidation agreement by the supervisor of the Town of Plattsburgh. And whereas a map, plan, and report prepared by LaBerge Group, competent engineers describing the proposed consolidation has been filed in the Town Clerk's Office, And whereas in the event of consolidation, all expenses for any existing and future debt repayment and capital charges for the aforesaid two water districts shall be determined as follows. For any existing and future capital improvements, the consolidated water district shall pay capital charges on existing and future debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of .4479 out of 1,000. The base water district shall pay capital charges on existing and future debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of $1.2247 out of 1,000. And whereas the four out of district users in two vacant parcels shall pay for any capital improvements on any debt on an ad valorem basis in the amount of .4479 out of 1,000. And whereas in the event of consolidation, expenses for operation and maintenance for the aforesaid two water districts, four out of district users in two vacant parcels shall be $4 per 1,000 gallons. The minimum residential and commercial rates will remain the same. Now therefore it is ordered that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh shall meet and hold a public hearing at the town hall at 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, at 6:15 on December 5th of 2024, to consider the consolidation of the two town of Plattsburgh water districts, to wit consolidated water district and base water district in the four out of district users in two vacant parcels, into a single consolidated water district, known as the town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Water District, to consider the execution and approval of a joint consolidation agreement, and to hear all persons interested in the subject thereof concerning the same, and to take such action thereon as shall be required or authorized by law. It is further ordered that the joint consolidation agreement proposes to consolidate the two town of Plattsburgh water districts, four out of district users, and two vacant parcels pursuant to the provisions of Article 17A of the General Municipal Law. And that as of January 1st of 2025, it is proposed to consolidate the two aforesaid water districts, four out of district users, and two vacant parcels within the town of Plattsburgh, pursuant to Article 17A of the General Municipal Law of the State of New York. It is further ordered that the proposed joint consolidation agreement is on file in the town of Plattsburgh town clerk's office at 151 Baker Road. A copy of this proposed joint consolidation agreement and a summary thereof are displayed upon and available for public inspection on the town of Plattsburgh town clerk's bulletin board, at the town clerk's office, at the town of Plattsburgh town hall at 151 Baker Road, and on the town of Plattsburgh website. It is further ordered that a copy of this summary of the joint consolidation agreement is attached to this resolution as Exhibit A, and that a description of the geographic boundaries of the proposed consolidated water district is attached to this resolution as Exhibit B. The adoption of the foregoing order was duly put to a vote, and upon roll call, the vote was as follows.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Osnick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call please.
Michael Cashman?
Yes.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Barbara Hebert?
Yes.
Charles Costick?
Yes.
And Dana Isabella is absent.
The resolution does pass. Resolution 261, 3% site plan return deposit for UMS Properties parking lot, thin set site plan 2023.
I make a motion to waive the reading of the resolution and go straight to vote.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all's in favor, please say aye.
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 Resolution carries. Resolution 262, we need to return back to our public hearings. The Town of Plattsburgh Town Board, monthly meeting, public hearing, November 7th, 2024. Notice is hereby given that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board will meet and hold public hearings thereon at the Town Hall located on the Banker Road in the Town of Plattsburgh, Clinton County, New York, on Thursday, November 7th, 2024, at 6:05 prevailing time in relationship to the preliminary budget for 2025 and the elected officials' salaries. This evening, we have been providing the opportunity to accept written comments into the record and also provide an opportunity to hear from individuals from the floor. Once again, I will ask the clerk, did you receive anything written to be provided to the record?
I have not.
The town supervisor's office has also not received anything. I will ask 3 times, is there anyone seeking the floor? Is there anyone seeking the floor? Is there anyone seeking the floor? Seeing that there is no one seeking the floor, is there a motion to close this public hearing?
So moved.
Costick, Hebert, any discussion to that matter? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Barbara Hebert?
Yes.
Charles Costick?
Yes.
Michael Cashman?
Yes. We will officially close this public hearing at 6:29 p.m. Going to the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board monthly meeting, public hearing, November 7th, 2024. Notice is hereby given that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board will meet and hold public hearings thereon at the Town Hall located at the Bank Road in the Town of Plattsburgh, Fulton County, New York, on Thursday, November 7, 2024, at 6:10 p.m. prevailing time. The Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Water District, the Town of Plattsburgh Consolidated Sewer District, the Base Water District, the Base Sewer District, the Base Storm Water Management District, the Base Highway Maintenance Improvement District, the Highway Townwide, the Town of Plattsburgh Lighting Districts, and the Consolidated Ambulance. This evening, we were providing the opportunity to accept written comments, as well as hear from people from the floor. I will once again ask the clerk, have you received anything of written comment?
I have not.
The Town Supervisor's Office has also not received anything. I'll ask again three more times, is there anyone seeking the floor? Is there anyone seeking the floor? Is there anyone seeking the floor? Seeing that no one is seeking the floor, I would ask for a motion to close this public hearing. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion at this time, I would ask for a roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert.
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, we will officially close this public hearing at 6:31 p.m., allowing us to proceed with Resolution 262, the adoption of the 2025 budget.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh has met at the time and place specified in the notice of the public hearing to review the entire 2025 preliminary budget and heard all persons desiring to be heard thereon. Now therefore it is resolved that after meeting with the department heads and having the public hearing, the preliminary budget was amended and hereby is adopted as the final budget for the Town of Plattsburgh for the fiscal year beginning the first day of January of 2025, and that the attached budget, as adopted, be entered in detail in the minutes of the proceedings of the Town Board. And it is further resolved that the supervisor shall prepare and certify in duplicate copies of said annual budget as adopted by this Town Board, together with the assessment rolls for benefit improvements adopted pursuant to sections 116 and 202A subdivision 2 of the town law, and deliver one copy thereof to the Clinton County Board of Legislators. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, is there any discussion? I just want to thank Patrick, and I want to thank all of our department heads for the tremendous work that they've done. Once again, for us being able to remain under the tax cap, we'll continue to provide the best services and the best quality that we can with the means that we have. And I just look forward to getting into 2025 and continue the work that needs to be done. So thank you very much, Patrick.
Yes. Thanks, Pat.
Seeing nothing further, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, this so does also pass. Resolution 263, complete the assessment rolls for 2025.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh has met at the time and place specified in the notice of the public hearing to review the completed assessment rolls for the ambulance, water, sewer, stormwater management, lighting and highway districts, and heard all persons desiring to be heard thereon. Now therefore it is resolved that the completed assessment rolls be and hereby are adopted as the annual assessment rolls for the Town of Plattsburgh. Be it further resolved that the supervisor shall prepare and certify in duplicate copies of the assessment rolls for benefit improvements adopted pursuant to sections 116 and 202A subdivision 2 of the town law, and deliver one copy thereof to the Clinton County Board of Legislators. And be it further resolved that the assessor and finance manager be given a copy of this resolution.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution does carry. Thank you very much. I do know of the need to have a brief executive session with no formal action to follow regarding the work history of four specific individuals. Is there a motion to the effect?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert,
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Everything.
get your sugar up, Tom. Get your sugar up, Tom. All right, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Barbara Hebert,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, we will go into executive section at 6:34. As I said, no formal action to follow this evening.
You plan to share those, right, Tom?
You may have to fight
But
on.
I do have some more quarters if you want to get one yourself.
That's right, it takes quarters only.
I carry them
You're
in
welcome.
my box.
Thanks again, Pat.
Now my
Really.
box is locked.